Trump and the Russia investigation. Well, it's dominating the headlines, but it can get confusing. So here's a quick guide to it all. Well, to start with, there are 5 investigations underway. 4 are led by politicians, the other one's criminal and is being headed up by Special Counsel Robert Mueller. And all of them are looking at 3 main questions. First of all, did Russia play a part in last year's election? Second, did the Trump campaign play a part in any of that? And third, did President Trump try and cover any of this up? Well, let's start with the Russians. Multiple US intelligence agencies believe that Moscow did interfere to help Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton, in part by hacking into the servers of the Democratic Party and leaking emails to WikiLeaks. The US president reluctantly conceded that Russia was involved.
As far as hacking, I think it was Russia.
But the country's President Vladimir Putin flatly denied this to Mr. Trump's face. Mr. Trump also believes that others are at it too.
But I think we also get hacked by other countries and other people.
The second line of inquiry is whether the Trump campaign worked with the Russians in any way. We know many people in Donald Trump's inner circle met with the Russian ambassador in the last year and at first failed to disclose those meetings. It cost his national security advisor his job, and his Attorney General, America's top prosecutor, was kicked off overseeing the investigation. But there's no evidence so far to suggest that any of that amounted to collusion. The release of emails from Donald Trump's son, Donald Trump Jr., may have changed that. The president's oldest son admits he met with a Russian lawyer during the campaign after being promised dirt on Hillary Clinton. "If it's what you say, I love it," he wrote. Jared Kushner and the campaign manager at the time, Paul Manafort, were also at that meeting. Donald Trump Jr. insists that this was just opposition research, which often happens during a campaign, and says it led to nothing.
I think I wanted to hear it out, but really, it went nowhere. In retrospect, I probably would have done things a little differently.
But critics claim it's evidence of intent to collude and say it could even be illegal. And that brings us to the last strand of this investigation, possible obstruction of justice. Did President Trump try and cover anything up? Was James Comey fired as director of the FBI because he was looking into the campaign's ties with Russia? And was James Comey told by Mr. Trump to let go of the investigation into Michael Flynn? He's the former national security advisor I mentioned earlier. It could take months for the answers to emerge on all of these questions, and every day there seems to be another development in this inquiry. But President Trump insists this is the greatest political witch hunt in history.